So welcome again to another garden tour. So this is actually an unscheduled update, as I'm only testing my new filming equipment to see if it's actually working. So in this part of the garden, nothing really actually changed except for the plants itself, but something actually happened in our calamansi. It started producing more of buds and turns into this. So this is a calamansi. We also have another one here. So yeah, I don't actually know if there's like a time or a season where citrus trees tend to produce a ton of flowers at once. Moving on, the plants up here, the basils, the mayanas are still alive or doing well, although some have started produce flowers over there, and they have been on that state or condition for more than a year, so I don't know what's up with that. Mayanas are annual, and once they start to produce buds, they will soon dry off and produce seeds. The dogs are still here. Here's Arwen and her mother Maui, and for some reason she really loves visiting. Hey, and there's one there. And over here, here's where I ferment my chicken manure. And yes, if you might have missed my past videos, I did started keeping chickens, and I will update you that later in the video. So it's on this black pot to kind of like absorb more heat and further fastens the decomposing process, because if you put raw chicken manure into plants, then you have risk of suffocating the root system. So it is important, and for it to avoid smelling really bad, I mixed in rice hull to absorb excess moisture. And still here, our oregano plant is still doing healthily, and I forgot the name of this plant. I do know that this is santan, but I'm still not sure. I'm gonna ask my dad later on. Look, it has buds. I don't know if you can actually see properly. Okay, there we go. Our suha plant or pomelo plant is one of the plants I started growing on in my early gardening days, and it's still doing healthily for the past 2 years in this cup, although there has been few issues like caterpillar infestations, and that's why I put them near our oregano plant, because the swallowtails, the species of caterpillar that consumes citrus plants, they tend to hate the smell of or the aroma of these herbs. So I can see that it is helping to reduce pests in our garden. Some of our Thai basil, and I've propagated them in this mother plant, who has been growing healthily for the past year, and it does tend to produce buds. But yeah, so like mayanas or coleus, Thai basils don't live long, and once they've started producing flowers such as this, it's the end of their life cycle, and they need to reproduce or produce seeds again for the next generation. So what I do to keep it alive for a long period of time is I just cut these flowers and probably even put them in the compost. This here is still basil. Here's our snake plant. or I forgot the name, but I'm pretty sure it's welcome plant. And over here, some more mayanas or coleus, um, and they still also do have buds. And in here, I tried to propagate mints. Oops. I tried to propagate mints, but I made a mistake here by putting it or housing them in a very small container. So if you're growing mints, always choose these types of containers because they grow like weeds. This elongated pot. Also here, two of my mother plants are housed in these large pots. Moving on, we have our mustards, and it does got infested with cabbage worms, but it still lives on. And as you can see, it had these flowers. So you can see there are like these huge holes, and I controlled this pest with this diatomaceous earth. I just sprinkled this powder into the leaves, and what it does is that it dehydrates the skin or the exoskeleton of the insect, and it is entirely organic. Up in here we have more ornamental plants such as songs of India and also mints. In here is where I put or store my mediums. So, and also this is where like my workstation, this area over here. As you can see, I'm preparing rice hull for making bokashi, and this is our bokashi compost. I'm gonna make a detailed video on this soon. It's where we ferment tap water because we dechlorinate our water prior to use. And here is where we keep our soil. You just pull this up, and then here's where we put or start our compost. There's a bit of a mess here, but that's mainly to keep the cover up. And yep, and I might harvest this next month. This is our lemon plant, and it's still on this temporary bag because this has been purchased from the highlands, and we are in a hot climate, so we're kind of like letting the plant get used to the temperature in our area. Because if you put this directly in sunlight without waiting for some period of time, it might get a shock, which is bad. We have kind of like this shelving unit, and we have here our basil. Over there we have tarragon, and in here are chilies. Also, we will transplant this tree into bigger pots. And here are some of our cactuses. We have aloe vera and prickly pear, and the mother plant of the aloe veras are in there. We have one species over here and another one back there, and the seller said it is edible, so I'm not quite sure. And here is our okras, and on the back we have chilies. It's now producing buds. And here's our papaya plant. It has been growing for 2 years now. And here's the chicken coop. So these chickens, I think there are more than 45 days. We've bought them last December. And yeah, if you want a detailed video, you can type it in the comments. So I think we'll conclude the video there. I hope you have enjoyed and probably got inspired and catch up in our garden. If you did, consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video. This is At Kashal, signing out.